Beautiful faces. Hi, Nayoka. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Lorraine.
Hi.
Hi, Kathleen. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. So happy to have you here. Oh, so first step to a professional eye look. I like to start with proper removal, which you should have already done. But for some of us, we just don't have great habits in removing our eyes correctly. Nayoka's saying hi to everyone in the chat. Our eye makeup correctly, not our eyes. And so this, I'm telling you, is if you have not tried it, this is a girlfriend tip right now. This is like my heart to your heart. This is like when you all agree, like if we had to pick something that we could put our children's names on, it would be how fantastic this eye makeup remover is. It's silicone based. It kills the mites that grow on the eyelashes. It's the only one that I know of in the US that actually kills the mites that grow on the eyelashes, which cause early eyelash fallout, which cause you to have sparser, thinner lashes. And then if you don't properly move your eye makeup to the root, so that means face wash won't do it by itself, to the root, eventually you can also cause yellowing on the whites of the eye. So this is how important it is to your eye makeup. Can you guys see me a spotlight? I can't tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So for the first couple of months I used this, I thought, oh, this is not that good because I didn't read the instructions to say shake until blended. So shake well and it will remove. And then I recommend you use a cotton round because it covers the entire eye. And then you let it sit on the eye. Now, you're going to see a big change because my false eyelash is about to come off right in front of your face. And so it also melts lash glue, which actually allows your false lashes to last a lot longer. So if you like using false lash, I have found that it disinfects the lash. It removes the glue completely. And it keeps that lash, it reconditions the lash. So I use cheap ones. I just use the, what the heck are they called? Kiss, they're by Kiss, Demi Wispies. And I mean, I can use them and use them and use them. I mean, it depends on the day sometimes, but I can at least get 3 days, sometimes a week out of one set of lashes. So there goes my lash. And you notice that I didn't rub, I pressed it. And then I go underneath the lash as well to get it all the way off. So I'm going to take my brow off. We're going to start from scratch here. All right. Now today is not about hydrating the eye, but hydrating the eye is so important. So I'm just going to slap on one of the two products I put on. I always use an eye gel and an eye cream because I do grab this. Hold on. Because the eye gel allows you to infuse instant hydration upon application. So underneath our eye does not produce some moisture. If you don't give it, you don't get it. Thinner skin, no moisture, going to show age first. So the eye gel gives like a big gulp of hydration so that you quench that thirsty eye and then put the cream on, which then allows the cream to time release properly. You'll notice I'm using the actual container because it has a steel tip, which reduces eye area puffiness. This is for dark circles, fine lines, eye area puffiness, and tautness to the eye. So you see how it actually already hydrated. Look, I didn't do anything this morning, and I think some of my makeup's draining down because we're getting the real deal. So there's that one. Okay. I prefer to use the Time-Wise Repair because here's the deal. Our eye area is the first place to show age. If you don't, and it's thinner skin. So honestly, I wish I started an eye cream in my teens. Now you wouldn't use the Repair in your teens, but anybody that's like 30, the Repair, I would recommend 30 plus. Now here's another pro tip. I was not using the brow serum. And I just started doing this literally like a week ago. So I don't have a testimony on it yet, but I kept intending to do it. But it was like one more thing in my eye makeup routine, my skincare routine, and I just wasn't getting it done. So I saw a girlfriend with it in her makeup bag. So now I leave it in my makeup bag. I go and so then since it's right there, I'm able to put it right on. And it used to, I guess I didn't know the the right technique. Maybe I didn't read the instructions, and I would put it on right before bed, and I would lay down, and the product seeped in my eye and it burned my eye. But when you are able to put it on, you're supposed to stay standing when you put it on, and can dry and not burn your eye. So we have one of the rare products that allows us to not get any side effects and grow our lashes and brows. See, I'm putting it in the brow too. Now here's another pro tip. This baby hair for me, I can have a hard time with it. So if you think of it, slap it inside your hairline, because hey, if it can grow your lash, it can grow your hair too, right? It's hair. So let's just spread it all around. Let's give some love there. Now, one of my favorite makeup tools is a Q-tip. I like to get any extra residue off of anything. I know usually like I use 2 cotton rounds, honestly, for my eye makeup because I wear that much. So I wanted to get any other residue off of there. Okay, now I have straight lashes. Mary Kay has a lash curler. And so for those of you that are not accustomed to using an eyelash curler, this might look like an archaic torture system I'm about to put on my eyeball, but I have seriously straight lashes, so I have to curl them before. So professional eye look would include making sure your eyes look as wide open as possible. We want to be able to do our eye makeup like that, right? So you notice I'm still able to curl my lash even with this serum, which I didn't know if that would work or not. The next thing I would recommend for those of you that don't wear false lashes is the lash primer, because the lash primer intensifies, lengthens, thickens, and actually conditions the lash as well for all your mascara to really pop. Because I wear false lashes, yes, almost on a daily basis. I don't use eye primer because I'm putting a false lash on top. But that is an 100% necessity for building a beautiful lash, and it runs for $15. So it's worth a try. Remember, everything in Mary Kay is 100% satisfaction guarantee. Okay, the next thing we're going to put on is the lash primer, eye primer. Now, eye primer, it's a crime not to prime, sisters. Oh, I didn't even say my name. I'm National Sales Director Roya Mattis. I'm here representing the Wild Area family. And, you know, I'm just having to hang out in my bathroom. Nice to meet you. Good to have you. And it's so fun to do a business from your own bathroom. Isn't that wild? Who knew technology would bring you to my toilet area? You're welcome. So lash primer is the only reason I can wear shadow. If I don't have the primer on, how many of you guys would agree it can just drink into your skin and disappear by midday, or end up in a crease and then you're blinking and you have this shadow crease just kicking it. So that doesn't look cute. That doesn't look professional. Primer takes a second and it lets your shadow pop and it allows it to last. Seriously, like you could go, if it wasn't a bad thing to do, through the night and your shadow will still be on the next day. But that's very, very bad. We'll talk about that next Monday. Next Monday is the lazy girlfriend's guide to washing your face from bed, because I understand how tired you can feel, not want to wash your face at night. So I'm going to give you a hack on how to do it from your actual bed next Monday, same time. Okay, so we have primed the lid. I've curled my lash. Now I'm going to apply shadow. But honestly, what I like to do for me personally, I'm gonna do my real order application. I think maybe you're supposed to do shadow first, but I like to do my black liner in between the lash to create a thickening effect. So I like to place it before shadow, and then I will go back with black liner and finish it after. And then, so black liner is something that will pop more on video, pop more in person. Professional eye finish and like a nude lip is where we're at. Okay, so now we have I put a tiny outline on the outside of the eye. If you're gonna pick one place to put liner, You don't want it both places. Always choose the top. You want the eye to go up. You don't want your eye to drag down. If you put liner just on the bottom, it draws attention below the eye, and most everyone has something that starts to happen below the eye that you don't want attention to. You want it to look raised and lifted up. So concentrate up here and a little down there. Another tip is a lot of you guys are getting extensions these days and you're not doing any mascara. That is a bad look. You look naked, you look bald below your eye. So you need a little bit of mascara below and a touch of liner to finish that extension that you did so much work on that looks a little bit more dramatic, and you're not balancing it out. All right, so put a little liner now. Now let's go with our first step. So we're gonna do this highlighter. And honestly, I ran out of my own Biscotti. I ordered it like over a week ago, but sometimes with COVID or sometimes in general, I was really pressing to try to get it in time, but I didn't get my Biscotti. So today you're gonna see me using Blossom. So here's the first color I'd recommend for a professional eye look palette. Number one, you do, if you're ivory tone, you'll go with Blossom. If you're olive tone, you'll go with Biscotti. If you're bronze tone, you'll go with Sandcastle. So Blossom for ivory, Biscotti for olive, and Sandcastle for bronze. You can check them all out in our look, and which is also online. We have a wide variety. But what Mary Kay concentrates on, you guys, is skincare. And the beautiful thing about our color palette is it goes from day to night. It doesn't go funky. So you're always going to be classy and classic and hot and on trend, but not trendy when you use our colors. And you can do that then without having to think too much about it. So here we go. I'm going to cover my lid up to the brow with our brush. This is one of our brushes, which comes in an entire set or individually. So I'm using the all over shadow brush right now. And if you don't have good quality brushes, they put so much emphasis and excellence into the bristles that go on the eye, and then they make the wand super lightweight. So you're not paying for the handle. And I actually prefer a lightweight handle because honestly, who wants to hold something heavy when you're putting makeup on? It just might seem like it's rich, but what you want that's rich is the bristles. And Mary Kay puts the money in those bristles. Okay. So I just used an all over shadow brush. Now I am going to go with mid-tone. So we just did the highlighter. I'm going with the mid-tone. A mid-tone that's really soft and really pretty for almost every skin tone. Now, super bronze, we're gonna go a little bit richer with the mid-tone or brighter with the mid-tone. But for right now, I'm using Dusty Rose. Dusty Rose is the second color. And honestly, I like to use the all over brush once again with the mid-tone. So you want to not stretch your eye like this because nobody looks at you going like this. They're looking at your face, relax. So if you need more space, tilt your head back. All right, so we're tilting our head back. And I'm starting at the center and I'm literally just making a rainbow arch. Rainbow arch. Yay. That's it. That's my mid-tone. You see how different though my eye looks with a mid-tone all of a sudden? It's opened the eye. It made it look less aged and drooping and starts to lift it. Okay. The final for the shadow is going to be, I chose today for all skin types, is called Shadow. It's just shadow. It allows us to look professional in browns and blacks and navies and whatever colors, whites you're wearing this summer. And for that, I'm using the crease brush. And let me see if I, yeah, so they're super reasonable. So the all over shadow and the crease brush and the smudger brush that I'm going to show you and are all 12. I mean, what quality brush can you get for 12? The bristles are so packed, they're not going anywhere. They're incredible. Now I want to show you what I'm doing. I'm actually dotting. I'm dotting instead of rubbing because I want to know exactly where this is going. And you notice I'm not going to the very, very edge. I'm leaving like a centimeter out from the edge. Why? Because look how much more lifted my eye is looking. It looks kind of crazy right now, but it's lifted because it's not blended, but it's lifted. So then I'll just do a tiny touch to bring it in. And then I'm going to blend. And yeah, someone said I love Dusty Rose. I love Dusty Rose too. I just think it's such a universal color. It's so pretty. It's so soft. It's not distracting from anything else you use. And it just really emphasizes the brow bones just right. Now, you know, if I'm just taking a regular tissue, I'm brushing my brush off so that I don't get any extra color on. And now it's blends. It's time to blend. You don't want like hard edges, right? So I placed it exactly where I wanted it. And then I'm softening the edge. Okay. Now, where you put that mid-tone, that accent color is it came just above the brow, into that crease, and right on the side. Now I'm just blending it. Okay, so what's next? I want to finish off the liner now. That black liner that I put into between my lash in the beginning. I'm going to pull back out the black liner. And because I'm doing a professional eye look, I'm going to add a little liner on top now, and I'm putting it right into that shadow, and I'm just doing tiny strokes right along the lash line, concentrating midway on out, because I already put a little color in here and I don't want to make it thicker in there. I want to keep the attention out and open. Out and open. And you notice that again, I'm not going to the very edge because I don't want to drag my eye down. So it's an illusion. Can y'all see that? That gap from the edge of my eye?
I can see it.
I'm getting really close and personal to you now. Thank you, Debbie, for telling me. I can back the truck up now. Okay. So here's my black liner. Now it's time for mascara. Now, most of you have done primer, right? Lash primer. I have naturally straight lashes. Oh, someone needs to mute themselves. I guess there's a lot of background noise. I only see your comments if I look when they pop up. I can't see all of your comments while I'm talking at the same time. But if everybody could just mute, that might be helpful. But I love the feedback too. So if you've got a quiet background, I like it for me, but I don't want you guys distracted either. Okay, so if you have naturally straight lashes, you're gonna wanna do this hack, and it's waterproof mascara. Waterproof mascara as a layer before the other mascara keeps your lashes curled the way you placed them. Now, this freezes them in place so they're curled up all day. How many of you guys are like, oh my gosh? Comment if you're like, oh, I didn't know I could freeze my straight lashes up. I've been curling them all day off and on, or I just let them be straight because I'm sick of it. So comment below if this is a new hack for you and you're like, yay, I'm so glad to hang out with girlfriends right now. Girlfriends get to tell each other these kind of things. So I'm wiggling it into the base of the lash, which is really important when you, oh, good, new for you, Nayoka, yay. Which is really important to freeze it because you got to go from the root on up because you're literally using it as a tool to firm it into place, right? Like that. Now, remember, I told you a million times already, my Q-tip's my favorite tool for makeup because see, I make mistakes. It's okay. Here's a fun thing about makeup. Play. It's erasable. Just try new stuff. Just try it. Here's the cool thing about COVID. Like we get to reinvent. We get to be in beta. We get to go, who do I want to be now? How do I want to show up? What's important to me? What am I going to emphasize? What am I going to let go of? And really challenge the thought. And do I want to show up extra finished? Here I am with a polished professional look. You notice I only put the waterproof mascara on the upper lid because I'm just using it as a tool to freeze my lashes up. But they don't necessarily do a big, thick, or a fuller look. So now I'm going to go with the Ultimate Mascara. I love the Ultimate Mascara. It creates little cylinders around each lash. It's tear-proof, but not waterproof. And it lengthens and thickens the lash as well. Okay, now you notice too, another tip in case you're one of those people that pump, don't pump your mascara. You're putting air pockets in there. You're going to dry it out faster. You do want new mascara every 2 to 3 months, 3 months max. How many months? Comment below how many months I just said. Tell each other, because you can grow bacteria easily from your just natural eye moisture goes into there and it creates bacteria, and the bacteria is harvested inside the mascara container and it grows bacteria. So you got to change it every 3 months. If you can't remember when, you can put a sticker on it and put a reminder in your calendar. 2 to 3 months max. Yeah, she's saying 2 months. So switch it out. If you're going, oh my gosh, I've had mine forever, try this Ultimate Mascara. I'm telling you, it's so good. Now, how do you want to get the stuff out? Twist it like this, like make a circle inside and then pull it out. Now, I like to have extra mascara on my eye. You might notice that's why I wear false lashes. So I twist it and I don't take the end stuff off. I deposit it on the edge of the lash to give me more opportunity for more length. Okay. So just a second ago, I wiggled and pulled because I wanted to straighten and envelop the lash. Now I'm going to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And I'm even going to go on top and mess up my mascara on the top of my lid. You'd think I'd never done makeup before, but hey, this is what we do, girls. So wiggle, wiggle, wiggle all the way up. And if you want a really popped lash, you're going to want to do another coat. I'll show you the difference. I'll show you before and after so you can make your own decisions. But again, use and play, be in beta, be exploratory. Now I'm going to put a layer underneath my lash. And you notice I am not wiggling down below because you don't want thick spider lashes coming from underneath your eye, but you don't want to neglect and make a bald base underneath your eye. So just going straight on that is what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to take that dot that I messed up off the top. Thank you, Q-tip, for making, whoever invented the Q-tip. Okay. So do you guys see, can you guys see, you can see this eye right now? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do one more coat. So you can see the difference. And now you see I'm wiggling. I'm enveloping at the base and I'm intentionally focusing on the direction I want the lashes to go. One of the things is, y'all, is that you want to kind of on the outside edge, pull the lash out like Bambi, like that dough-like appearance. Now, some of you are really particular about any clumping. And if that's you, we have a brush for you. Goodness, I didn't bring the right one. It has a spindly edge and you will go in and you will separate your lashes. I actually kind of like some clump. I know maybe I'm strange, but I kind of, oh, hi, here's my false lash. It's like, don't you want to use me? Don't you want me? You use me all the time. Okay. So there is second coat of Ultimate Mascara on my lashes. And now for the finale. How we doing? Let me see this time. Whew, right on time almost. So here's the finale. Brows. Women think that they're done with their makeup when they haven't been taught properly about makeup. And brow is so critical for a professional finished look. It takes you from looking like a little girl to a polished woman. And expression with your eyes is emphasized with that brow. And now we're wearing masks sometimes now, sometimes not. And all they're seeing is this, you guys, all they're seeing is this. So what are they seeing here? Are you hydrating it properly? Are you finishing that look? So here's my brow before. And the way you're going to, if you have not formed a brow yet, you want to measure it from the edge of your nose straight up and from the edge of your nose to the outside of your eye. And this is where it ends. And so if your brow does not grow that length, you're going to draw it in. when you draw it, they gave you, I love this precision brow. Look how narrow this is. And they made it to last. Like, this has been all day for me, and I'm sweaty as sweaty can be right now. So you notice I'm doing tiny little strokes. I'm following my natural brow, and I'm going the length that it was measured accurately. Tiny strokes. Now I'm going into the hair the opposite direction. I'm just doing a really light stroke. You don't want a heavy brow. And ask your beauty consultant what color would complement you the most. By the way, our Chroma Fusion eyeshadow is mineral based, and it is literally then sunscreen. It will be a sunscreen for you and an anti-ager for you on your eye. So your makeup is anti-aging you at the same time. It's highly dense and highly quality. And it's with the primer, it will last all day. Now, it's important to brush out your brows with your eyebrow brush, because you can get dust in there from the other makeup that you did, and it can look ashy by the end of the as the day progresses. And you want to put your brows in the direction, and you want to clean up any excess look. Now, the finale, and something I never used before, is the volumizing brow tint. You can literally create a fake brow if you don't have brows. If you were like my generation and you overplucked your brows, like I don't have any hair here, I just make it. I make it with this brow volumizer, and look how it takes it to the next level. It's a light tint. It adds richness, it adds volume. And right now, literally brows, the bigger the brow, big brows are in. But look at this now. Look at the difference when I add a brow, how much it finishes my eye, how much it opens my eye, how much it can add expression, how much it creates a sense of she's got it together. There's subliminal things that we do in our every day, all the time. And part of that is our image when we walk in a room. The other part of it, of course, is our body language, our intonation. Did you know that only 7% in communication is words? Words are only 7% of communication. The rest is body language and intonation. Well, like it or not, people are going to make assumptions when they first meet us, and then it can take us a lot to hurdle over those assumptions. So that's when we come back to first impressions make a difference. So if you want to make a higher level of income, if you want to make a higher level impression, if you want to work less and get more out of the time you spend with people, part of it is this beta testing of, I'm going to experiment with reinventing myself. I'm going to close with this. I had an experiment done with some clients of mine, as I wanted to see. Forbes and Fortune say that women that wear makeup actually make more money. And I wanted to see, was it true? They were saying at the time, it's an average of 38% more income by wearing eye makeup, by wearing makeup, by being a finished look. So I had some clients that were waitresses. Now, this is not in the office, obviously, but I wanted a short-term result, like a test study that I could just find out quickly. And 5 of them did it. And do you know what, you guys? All 5 of them said that they increased their tips between 20 and 40%. These were girls that were not wearing makeup to wearing eye makeup and doing that finished look. So, hey, what is the harm of giving it a try? When it's fun, it's a phenomenal price, and you've got a consultant that'll make sure you have 100% satisfaction guarantee. So thank you for allowing me to share. I love that we got to share with Mary Kay Cosmetics, because Mary Kay stands behind faith first, family second, and career third. We also stand behind 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you're not completely happy in even 2 years, you can exchange it for something else or get your money back. We would rather you be happy than to try to keep something to satisfy us. It does not hurt your consultant at all whatsoever for you to experiment. And we were green before green was cool. We have acres and acres, hundreds, how many acres, you guys comment below, of trees that we planted from recycling. We have the #1 manufacturing plant in the entire country, the #1 most state-of-the-art for skincare and color cosmetics. It's called R3 in Dallas. It's largest. We were actually enacted by the government to make one of the first rounds of hand sanitizer when COVID-19 came out, because our facility is that efficient and that trustworthy. So I promised you 30 minutes. I thank you so much for joining me in my bathroom. Check in with your consultants. Consultants, follow up and say, what did you learn? I want to know what hot tips. Please tell me what was like new and a new revelation for you guys. And they'll share with you what their deals are. And maybe, and hopefully I will see you next Monday at 7 p.m. sharp Eastern time, 4 p.m. sharp Pacific, when we take our makeup off in bed. You'll join me from my bed in decent clothes. See you then.